that led to victory of the Allied powers. Our guests of honor today are those veterans from the Normandy landing that came from across our nation and from all walks of life to join in the fight against tyranny. Many of those that took up arms had never seen combat before. Some were still only in their teens. In their letters and diaries, we see their great strength. This is an extract from a letter by Captain Alistair Bannerman of the Royal Warwickshire Regiment, addressed to his wife and written in his diary on the morning of D-Day. It is now 0300 hours in the morning, and I've just been up to the bridge. It is rather light because the moon is shining, though heavy clouds cover her. One can see the row of small ships and of darker balloons silhouetted in front and behind us against the grey sea. You, my angel, sleep gently in the nursery, I hope. Your thoughts have helped me so much. They have given me real strength. I can imagine how you listen to the news at 9 o'clock and think of me with love. I hope that Andrew's golden head rests gently and quietly upon his small pillow, and that Richard is nice and comfortable, lying in his narrow little carry-cot. A long line of flares hangs over Cherbourg, or I suppose it is Cherbourg, and a few anti-aircraft tracer shots go up in the air above the immediate front line. Funny to imagine that their Germans run around their guns. I'd like to know what they are thinking. The whole channel between us and Cherbourg is filled with little ships, which all quietly and efficiently sail towards France. The British, Canadian, and American fighting forces on the warpath. I do not believe that I can now write for very long. We can now see the French coast, and very soon we will have to play our part. I must go now and look for the landing markings with my binoculars to ascertain our landing points. So, my darling, on we go. I know that you are with me. Au revoir, God bless, I love you. Captain Bannerman survived the landings and the war, being taken prisoner and returning home to his wife and sons in April the next year. Too many never returned. They remain in some corner of a foreign field that is forever England. We will always remember those who served and those who waved them off, the mothers and fathers, brothers and daughters who watched their loved ones go into battle, unsure if they would ever return. Today we remember the bravery of those who crossed this sea to liberate Europe, those who ensured that Operation Overlord was a success, and those who waited for their safe return.
Ladies and gentlemen, 80 years ago today, Field Marshal Montgomery, Commander-in-Chief of the Allied Ground Forces, wrote in his message to all soldiers on the eve of D-Day, "To us is given the honor of striking a blow for freedom which will live in history, and in the better days that lie ahead, men will speak with pride of our doings." Today we come together to honor those nearly 160,000 British, Commonwealth and Allied troops who, on the 5th of June 1944, assembled here and along these shores to embark on the mission which would strike that blow for freedom and be recorded as the greatest amphibious operation in history. Those who gathered here in Portsmouth would never forget the sight. It was by far the largest military fleet the world has ever known. Yet all knew that both victory and failure were possible, and none could know their fate. Aircrew flying overhead, sailors manning warships, or troops in assault craft battering their way through the stormy swell to the shore, whether dropping by parachute, landing in a wooden glider, or taking that terrible leap of faith onto the beaches. All must have questioned whether they would survive and how they would respond when faced with such mortal danger. The poet Keith Douglas, who was killed in action 3 days later, wrote of the embarkation. "Actors waiting in the wings of Europe, we already watch the lights on the stage and listen to the colossal overture begin. For us, entering at the height of the din, it will be hard to hear our thoughts, hard to gauge how much our conduct owes to fear or fury." At this remove, 8 decades later, it is a near impossible task to imagine the emotion of that day. The pride of being part of so great an enterprise, the anxiety of in some way not coming up to scratch, and the fear of that day being their last. I recently myself spoke to veterans who, to this day, remember with such heartbreaking clarity the sight of those many soldiers lying on the beach who drowned before they could even engage in combat. The stories of courage, resilience, and solidarity, which we have heard today and throughout our lives, cannot fail to move us, to inspire us, and to remind us of what we owe to that great wartime generation, now tragically dwindling to so few. It is our privilege to hear their testimony, but our role is not purely passive. It is our duty to ensure that we and future generations do not forget their service and their sacrifice in replacing tyranny with freedom. Our rights and the liberty won at such terrible cost bring with them responsibilities to others in the exercise of that liberty. The Allied actions of that day ensured the forces of freedom secured first a toehold in Normandy, then liberated France, and ultimately the whole of Europe from the stranglehold of a brutal totalitarianism. And as we remember with humility, pride, and gratitude, let us never forget that the soldiers who fought in the campaign launched from this place came from 30 nations, from across the United Kingdom, the Commonwealth, and allied countries, while elsewhere in Europe, Allied forces continued to make vital progress in their successful Italian campaign. And while halfway around the world, at that same moment, the critical battles of Imphal and Kohima raged on in what was then Burma. The 1944 Victoria Cross Roll of Honor includes Sikh, Muslim, and Hindu soldiers. A reminder that events that year shaped our world then and the society we share today. While it was the frontline troops who faced the greatest personal dangers, the privations and sacrifices of war were endured by so many more. The Allied victory was a truly collective effort, born of the fortitude and hard work of those who remained on the home front, toiling in factories, under our land in the mines, out in the fields, or working in secret, men and women alike. Their collective industry, ingenuity, and commitment helped our soldiers, sailors, and airmen to prevail. So, as we give thanks for all those who gave so much to win the victory, whose fruits we still enjoy to this day, let us once again commit ourselves always to remember, cherish, and honor those who served that day, and to live up to the freedom they died for by balancing rights with civic responsibilities to our country. For we are all eternally in their debt.
This reading is a personal message from General Montgomery, Commander-in-Chief of the 21st Army Group. It was to be read out to all troops on the eve of D-Day. The time has come to deal the enemy a terrific blow in Western Europe. The blow will be struck by the combined sea, land, and air forces of the Allies, together constituting one great Allied team under the supreme command of General Eisenhower. On the eve of this great adventure, I send my best wishes to every soldier in the Allied team. To us is given the honor of striking a blow for freedom which will live in history. And in the better days that lie ahead, men will speak with pride at our doings. We have a great and righteous cause. Let us pray that the Lord mighty in battle will go forth with our armies, and that his special providence will aid us in the struggle. I want every soldier to know that I have complete confidence in the successful outcome of the operations that we are now about to begin. With stout hearts and enthusiasm for the contest, let us go forward to victory. And as we enter battle, let us recall the words of a famous soldier spoken many years ago. He either fears his fate too much, or his deserts are small, who dare not put it to the touch to win or lose it all. Good luck to each one of you, and good hunting on the mainland of Europe.
to reposition myself. So can I use my camera? Yeah.
You're moving your camera.
That's it?
I thought they were going past the. Well, I thought that they were going to salute when they go past.
Yeah, but they can't go the other side of that green.
Oh, okay.
If they do, well, unless they want to stay there.
Yeah. I guess it's not deep enough.
We've already had that happen once by the pub down there.
More than one of them coming out.
You think there's more coming out?
What's the time now?
Maybe half past, 25 past.
They were saying I heard them say 5 minutes on the panel. So I think they're going to be speaking over there.
As the event hour is fine.
Yeah. So, I mean, the race will probably be, they'll be airborne by the
Yeah.
time.
Probably just left Bournemouth or something.
Yeah, it's fun. It's like a 2 minute
They got to go
travel.
via Bedford, though. We'll still
Yeah.
go across Bedford first.
But the other thing is they come around the other side of the Isle of Wight there.
Down.
That's my red arrows around.
It's a nice big runway at Portsmouth. So,
Never been. Been to Portsmouth, but not to
no, you're not missing about. I mean, it's a nice big runway. I
the
used to work,
military one.
no, it's a civilian one. I used to work with British Airways when they put all the aircraft away. You know, during COVID, they
Yeah.
got all loads of them stored on the runway. Yeah, well, not on the runway.
So similar what we did in
Nearby.
South End.
Yeah. I think it happened the world over.
Yeah.
It's like- and you could actually hear it. It's amazing. You can just see so far into the water, and you can see the Isle of Wight so clearly.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it?
It was like so clearly. It makes you realise what happened. Stop buggering about being quiet. Probably is once they start, they'll be very
They won't be that slow as the rugby.
Yeah, you see the coaches.
Yeah, no,
I was just in the, I was on the balcony of my house and it's like two,
Yeah, I was
two of
here
them
already.
just come
They were big.
and then they went round again.
Yeah, they were big.
I've been on them. They used to use them between Montreal and Ottawa.
Oh, okay.
And I went to school here, so which is why they stole my accent. The English do. And yeah, they were great aircraft. Coaches. DC-3s. Did you get them on the?
Yeah, I did.
It's got beautiful. So coming through here,
Yeah.
I think the bus, and then you had them come round again. Yeah.
I didn't expect them, so it was.
Yeah, that was a shame. It's just I heard the sound, and I heard the sound. I thought, pick up your camera. It echoes.
I think there's other places as well.
But there's also an American group who are coming across to Norfolk.
Yeah.
So they come across the Atlantic via Rugby Victims and Julie and whatever.
How did it?
Yeah, and they went to Norfolk first, but I think they're headed to Normandy. Are you going to France tomorrow then?
No. That's
Another friend, another
That's
Reuters
the-
person.
yeah, a few actually.
Yeah.
That's Paris. Doing it.
I suppose you'll also have somebody on each of the beaches over there as well.
I'm not quite sure. It's
It's
old
true
school.
though.
It's old school. I was not involved in that. I'm busy with the like season. Champions League final last weekend.
That's the one that makes sense. All the rest of it, the election is.
We had to call it at some point. I was actually hoping we'd call it in November.
I just hope they get pushing back
Oh.
everything and just land. We need that. they're reloading the real shots.
Not cold.
No.
More bed than
Are
London.
you half German, half Dutch?
Yeah.
You should be warm.
Nah.
We had a school, at my school we had in Canada, we had one of the halls named after the Dutch Queen, because we had the Dutch Queen.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Wilhelmina? Wilhelmina or
But it's Juliana we had.
Juliana? Oh.
Yeah, Juliana Hall. And we used to get tulips every year.
Oh, lovely. It should be.
Are we on past yet?
Yeah. According to my iPhone, yes.
Unlike the RAF to be late.
Normally they're on time.
I make it perfect.
There they are.
There we are.
Both are. Brake or climb on that thing is incredible.
Yeah.
So you got.
I got something.
Perfect land.
I did 12:31 and then take a conclusion. No, Saturday. Saturday.
Tomorrow we're in Park.
And I think they
It gets nicer if you can see more. I hope we hear Saturday.
I just wish I could have a big tent. I had the
Second and fourth is talking about here. The starting sound of yeah.
I do hope they've looked after you all right today.
They've done beautifully.
Good.
Couldn't have done better.
So where have you had to come from today?
All from the Isle.
Oh, the Isle of Wight. Oh, I see. Look.
Hi.
Well, that's a great
How are you on, Ricky? Yes, it was a very good trip.
And, so are you ex-Navy?
No, I'm the Sherwood Rangers tanks.
So were you in those tank landing craft?
No, I went over as a sort of reserve tank crew. And then 3 weeks after I landed on D-Day, evening, 3 weeks later I was finding I got hit and I had both my legs amputated. So they both came off.
But it's hell, presumably, being hit in a tank.
Absolutely awful. It just blew up straight in.
But have they improved your...
Completely
They get better and better all the time.
different.
You are amazing. So you must be 100.
Oh, I'm 99.
99.
He's waiting for his card next year.
Yes, I'm waiting to hear from
When's
you.
your birthday?
April 17th.
April 17th. Oh, next
year, I'm afraid.
Because you must have been very young then.
19.
19. Is this all your family?
Oh, well, yes, it is. They've all done marvellously by me. Yes, and a lady who has been looking after me from Glasgow. Have you heard of
Yes, I have. This is such a good organisation.
They've looked after me
Yes.
very well.
I'm so glad. Anyway, you've got used to it all, but I don't know what we would have done without you.
Oh, yes. No,
Bless you.
it was very good. I'm very glad I got back.
Well, we may see some more of you in Normandy tomorrow, I hope.
Yes, I think I have got something coming up.
Good. Well, I hope they give you a very stiff drink at the end of it.
It's my father. Yes.
Very good sign. Great pleasure. I'm so glad they've been keeping a good eye on you today.
Oh yes, he's been singing along.
Yeah, we're singing.
Because I think it was that was you, wasn't it, on the film, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, could have been.
Wasn't it?
Yeah,
Could have
probably
been,
singing, was
yes.
it? Hello, sir.
No, because were you in the army?
No, it was in the Navy.
It was the Navy. That's right. Yes. Good.
He was a beach commander.
Beach command.
Yeah, just a small boy.
You remember it all as if it was yesterday. So, did you then leave the Navy straight after the end of the war, or did you stay on for a bit?
Guys, it's very nice to meet you. Did you? No, can you say thank you? We're all here to say thank you to you guys and all your colleagues. I'm glad the weather held up for us today as well. Thank you very much. Very nice to see you. Very nice to meet you. Very nice to see you too.
So whereabouts?
Say again? Oh, are you? Okay. Where were you on D-Day?
Where were you? Dad, what ship were you on?
Ramillies. HMS Ramillies. And what was your role on the day? What was your role? What did you end up doing on the day?
They're ready. Apparently the Ramillies was supporting stuff going ashore, but we never really talked to them about it.
I really
They
enjoyed it.
Bomb the land, bomb the enemy positions. That's what the Ramillies was doing.
Lovely role. Does it bring back a lot of memories today? I bet the weather wasn't like it is today.
Portsmouth? On board on the HMS Ramillies was Philip.
I know, wasn't it? The battleship.
Yeah, battleship.
It must have been marvellous.
It was.
Because he's got a wonderful watercolour of that ship
Is it really?
in the bathroom. All these other ships.
Well, they wrote a book about it, the ship, and Philip wrote the foreword of it, the book.
So you weren't there at the same time?
No, just at the start.
So have you reached 100 yet?
Well, 99 now, and I was so funny.
I'm afraid I was all over it, so I learned all about it. Anyway, it's lovely to meet you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
Very nice to meet you.
Likewise.
Goodness me, hello. Is this all your family?
Yes, it is.
Hello, nice to So where have you come from today? Oh, near Chichester. Oh,
We're not too far.
Oh, not too far, just down the coast.
So are you going to go back today?
No, tomorrow.
And not coming to Normandy?
No.
Because we'll see a few.
That's
right,
yeah, we
tomorrow.
just have to pick a few out.
Well, I hope they give you a restorative drink. Is he looking after you?
Yes.
Yes. Are you here? Are you in Portsmouth?
I work at HMS Excellent, so
As a submariner?
I'm an intelligence branch now, so
Anyway, I'm very proud to become
Well, I am.
Captain General
Thank you
of the
very
Royal
much.
Marines.
Thank you.
Do you talk much about it at home about it, do you? Has it brought back my memories?
Just recently. Asked him to go for
You're being well looked after. Coming from HMS Prince of Wales. Very good.
Yes, well, I was there also.
Well, yes, of course. Yes.
HMS Excellent.
HMS Excellent, yes.
Montgomery School.
Well, we landed there just now in Headingley.
Did you?
Well, I was
2 years ago.
Oh,
so
I
he's not
see.
going tomorrow.
He's not going tomorrow. No, so we're nice and warm sunshine here. Are you?
I was Mum's granddaughter.
Oh, you're a
Yes.
granddaughter. Very nice.
I'm a daughter.
All the family. Lovely to meet you. So you were serving in, what were you serving in? I can't recognise the
He's the
name.
Royal Engineers.
Oh, Royal Engineer. Yeah, you did a fantastic job.
I was there until 45.
and then left.
Yes, unfortunately, I'd already asked for a competitor.
I've met so many all my life. And first one. Yeah, I remember the last one.
How many D-Day parades have you been Did you see it? Oh, fantastic. Oh, that's really good. And where were you on D-Day?
I was stationed on Hailing Island with combined operations.
Doing what exactly?
I was a cook.
So where have you had the channels from? Or are you living near?
Jersey Channel. Got over rock, you know it?
I think I do. We're meant to be going very important right now.
Oh, really? You went there once before, digging a hole in
It was years and years ago.
that was it, yeah. Did you ever go there again? Did you go back?
We might catch a glimpse of you there.
Hey, nice to see you.
Did you go all the way through the wall? Or was this the
No,
last 2
I
years?
landed on Juno Beach. Not by myself, I didn't know.
Unbelievable, it must be. But the amount of
Yeah, it's like a fireworks display. Something around.
and you were all right, you didn't get hit.
I was young once.
All around so careful. They give you some lunch. I tried to back them up.
Just friends of mine. Never seen them before.
It's wonderful you're here. Thank you for what you did all those years ago.
No, exactly. So thank you very, very much. Many, many thanks. Thank you for sharing. Very clever. I think it's time you have to sit down.
I have such happy memories of him and my great uncle. I adored him.
Yeah.
Was that in those days? Where were you? Which department? Down here or was it back in London?
No,
Hailing Island.
yeah.
I'm very flattered. Thank you very much. Thank you really much. Well, look after you.
We will.
Oh, we've got the television here. We'll take you again. Lovely. Thank you.
Nice to see you.
I'm going to be good.
Anyway, thank God we owe them so much for this to do.
Are you the sole survivor?
Of that D-Day.
Goodness.
Well, I started young,
You must have been very young.
19.
You were 19. You always forget how young you were. You know, I suppose, did you have a great feeling of fear?
Oh, yes. Yes. You've got a very good memory. In fact, I can't remember anything. Anyway, I see you in the RAF. So were you then involved in planning or in what direction? You didn't get hit or have to bail out of the So was the Wellington quite a robust? With a tail?
What was it all like in the morning? Was it like they said it today, the
Oh,
weather,
that was
the weather
terrible,
changed?
terrible. We set sail on the June the 2nd, that was on a Friday. Because D-Day was supposed to June the 5th, wasn't it, on Monday. And the weather was so bad, we had to go back into the Atlantic in a circle with the ships. All the
really?
force,
Was the sea state quite bad in the channel?
It was, still bad, yes.
And did you feel like there was something building beforehand? Was it the anxiety?
Well, we had no idea
waiting?
if we're doing night sea trials and guns. We know something's going to happen, yeah.
But it must have been amazing, the logistics to get everyone to go at the same time.
It's marvellous.
An enormous
Marvellous,
project.
marvellous.
They was all up for it. Apparently, when they were told that they were going, all the Marines threw their mugs up against the side of the ship and let's go, let's
go.
get on.
It was on tea time when the captain
Yeah.
spoke.
Was there, yeah?
He said, the captain speaking, he said,
Yeah.
sorry, he said, we're going out on the mission now to the liberation of France. Of course, we're in the outside, through the cops on the ball, on the bulkhead.
Inside.
We got no cops then.
I'm sure that wasn't what they were worried about at the time. Never mind the cups.
But it's wonderful that he's here. He is. And enjoyed it, I hope. Good. Thank you. So has your family been looking after you?
Yes.
Very carefully? Your father? And all
His granddaughter, Albert Littlefield.
so, and lots of great grandchildren.
Yes, about five grandchildren, yes.
Really?
Yes. About 5, yes.
So are you living at home?
Yeah.
On your own?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Okay, cool.